Hey, Ray.
Welcome. I'm Tosha.
And I'm Mike.
And we don't have an intro, but welcome to Basically Everything, where we talk about literally everything. So how was your day?
It's good. I was off today. I slept in. Played a game in peace for a little bit. And then errands for Adrian. And that took all day. Just first we started, he had deposited some cash from his job that he has working at the grocery store. And that took all of 45 to literally 50 minutes. Because he didn't have all his bills together. It was crumpled and wrinkled and all that good stuff. And then try to put 60 or 70 bills in it at a time or something like that, or didn't put enough in at a time. So that was kind of the day that kind of threw off everything a little bit. So I didn't do the other stuff by going to get stuff for Thanksgiving. So I'll just do that tomorrow.
Okay.
And then,
I wish you would have told the story like how you actually told me on the phone.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Yeah. So how was your day?
Day started off good. I slept in, played the game for a little bit, but I knew that Aiden needed to go to academy, all in Manhattan. He wants some stuff for wrestling or whatever, but he had to deposit the money first.
Right.
So as you know, he had a drawer full of money, it was just out and about or whatever. So he tried to put it together, but he didn't put it together. So I'm trying to explain to him, hey, I want you to let's go to Manhattan first, basically, because I could just make a circle compared to driving there, driving back. So we do that. No, we decided to go to drop the money out first.
Turn it off. Oh, Jesus.
You're distracting.
I was just saying that. You can go, because you just...
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Nope, come back.
No, let him go.
Come back. Adrian. What are you trying to do? Continue, man. The thing's still... Oh.
Okay, so start back from, the plan was to go to Manhattan first, get what he needed to get from, whatever athletic store, and then come back around, drop off the money, because I knew that was going to take the longest once I saw the money roll.
Right.
So he wanted to go there first. I was like, okay, cool, we'll go there first. We'll do it your way. Go there, we're sitting there for 45, 50 minutes for him trying to deposit all his damn money. He doesn't have the money together, doesn't have the ones or the fives or whatever together. The shit is just like crinkly and jammed up all together. He's trying to shove more than 50 bills in the ATM at a time, so it spit it back out. So it's just chaos, ready. And then I didn't tell you this, right? We had like 5 people waiting behind us.
So he was holding up the whole...
Hold up the whole... And mind you, I pulled in backwards so he could be on his side. Right. So I shouldn't say behind us. They was lined up in front of us.
And you were just looking at the person?
Right.
And they was looking at you?
He was looking... And then I saw one guy just like waving people on. Come on, let's go. And eventually nobody was there. So then, of course, he turns his back. And this is what I didn't tell. Like, he turns his back and the bills that were not accepted start shooting back out. So it's like a big clusterfuck. It's like money everywhere on the floor, on the ground, wet.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So then I was like, okay, boom, give me all your money. I'm starting to separate it. Boom. 1s, 5s, setting everything, 50 bills or whatever. And I was like, okay, boom, fold this up, put it in your pocket, start depositing it like that. So it was taking so long because, one, he was putting a little bit more than 50 in there probably at a time. So we just had to process. So we just sitting there waiting for it to process.
Yeah.
5 to 10 minutes at a time. I was like, how much money you got left in your pocket? He was like, 50 or 100. Let's go. We're not doing the rest of this. So we finally deposit all of that. He checks his balance. He has less money available than what he deposited.
Right.
Because I'm like, you're not going to have all this money today.
Right.
So he was like, I can say he was upset, but he was just surprised, even though I told him you're not going to have that available today.
Did he get his receipt?
Yeah, but okay, even with the receipt, I said, how much money did you deposit? Oh, about, he didn't even count all the money.
I know, that's what I asked him.
So he got a receipt, so I had to look, this is what you have 3 total deposits, this is what it is, this is what you're going to have, and this is what you have available to spend right now.
Right.
So, but then we go in Walmart, and he had to transfer money.
Why didn't he just put it directly in his check?
Same question I asked. But after that, what did I do? Oh, after that,
you made him buy.
Oh yeah, made him buy the kids dinner.
Yep.
And if you wanted something, you would have got something too, but you didn't want anything. So I made him buy the kids dinner. So that was my day, and that was also his consequences for making me waste my time and gas, even though I stood in place. So that was my day, and here we are now.
But what can they expect for real? So I'm gonna tell y'all one thing y'all can expect is entrance. And here come one right. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yes, Brooke. Okay. Hey, Mom and Daddy doing a little podcast. What's wrong? You scary? Huh? You want to push you to bed?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come
on.
Okay, I'm coming. Go ahead up there. I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm coming, okay? Go ahead and get in the bed.
Okay.
I'm going to bring you some juice, okay?
Okay.
All right, go ahead and get back in the bed. She's standing right there.
Yeah, she's still. We're gonna take a brief pause. Go ahead. You go, and I just drink a little bit. So look who's back.
She want to watch Gabby.
I thought that was already playing.
No.
It turned off.
I don't. She was probably playing with the remote,
Probably.
and plus the battery was out too, so she was doing something with the remote. But I don't know why she was crying. But anyway,
But now she's good to go.
for now,
Gabby is back on.
yeah, for now anyway. So we probably got a good 20-30 minutes before she probably come back down here.
Well, my day started with one. I didn't have to take the kids to school, so that was great. I got a phone call from work saying, "Hey, did you know that you were supposed to be at this other place?" And I'm like, "No." When was that put out? And he was like, "Well, honestly, it probably wasn't because I just found out." So I'm telling you, I'm like, "All right, cool. I'm on my way." Because the person that called me, we cool. Mm-hmm. So, of course, I didn't go there right away. I went and got some coffee first. And then I went down there and I was like, "So, what you want me to do?" And he was like, "To be honest with you, you're just here to be here." But then the major walked in and he was like, "Oh yeah, I just need you to check the turn-in packets. Make sure all of the paperwork is there, so, and then after all of the paperwork is there, tell them to upload it into, this specific area." And I was like, "Okay, cool." Dude, let me tell you, I sat there, so I got there probably around 9:45. So I knew this other girl, we was on the trail together. So I was just really talking to her, talking to some of the civilians that was there. And one of the civilians was like, "Well, so what are you doing here?" And I was like, "I'm just here to help, any way, shape, or form that y'all need me to help." She was like, "Oh, okay." So I end up looking at some packets, but the rest of the day I did nothing. I did regular work. Like I left at 11:35, went to my office, got my computer, went to B-Dubs, got something to eat, and then it was 12:48 because I looked at my dang watch. So the same dude that had called me, texted me, was like, "Hey, such and such is looking for you." I told him that you went to go get your computer and something to eat. And I was like, "Cool, I'm about to be on my way back anyway." So I get back there and it's just the dude. And I was like, "Why was he looking for me?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "It was lunchtime, so I'm not sure why he was, looking for you." And then as soon as he finished talking, the major walked in and was like, "Oh yeah, you went to B-Dub, so no wonder it took so long." Like,
Did you say something back?
no, I ignored him.
Okay.
I smooth ignored him like he didn't say no. And I walked out and I set up my computer next to the girl that I was it drill sergeant with. And literally sat there and just did my regular work. And so it might have been like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours later, he was like, "Oh, so, how are the packets looking?" I said, "I haven't gotten any packets since this morning." And he was like, "Oh." And then he said, he doesn't say nothing after that.
Y'all just be wanting bodies in the seats or butts in the seats, I think.
Not y'all. No, so we were at a whole different area. So we weren't in our office. We were helping out another unit because this unit is deactivating.
Okay.
So they have to turn in all of their equipment and or give it to other units. But there's a process to do both.
Okay.
And their deactivation date is December 15th. And they still have a lot of equipment that they have to get rid of.
So my next question is going to be how much more time will you have to spend there doing that? If you do.
So it's supposed to be for the next 2 days because this is a short week. But then later on, I get an email saying, "Oh yeah, Sergeant Stevenson is going to be there at 09:30. And I'm just like,
Just Baldwin told you.
Listen. So I text that major. I was like, "So what am I doing?" Because nobody's communicating. Tell me, what am I supposed to be doing this week? since y'all are talking amongst yourselves. And then she was like, oh, well, I asked the other major and he said it was fine. I said, but when were you all going to communicate with me? And I literally said it that way.
And their response was, what, crickets?
Yeah, she was like, oh, I thought somebody said. I said, who?
I'd have had an appointment.
Man, I got one on Wednesday. Big facts. I got an appointment on Wednesday. But so tomorrow morning, I have a meeting with the general. So I'm like, all right, cool. And do you think I'm about to go to that other place after that? No.
Oh, yeah, that will last all day.
It's going to last all morning.
Oh, I'm about to say a good portion of the day.
Yeah, they don't need me. I'm pretty sure if they need me in the other place, somebody's going to call me. And I'm like, all right, sure. And or, hey, can I do it from here?
Because low-key, like, your number out there. Like, any and everybody call you. Like, but it's like things fall apart when you're absent.
I am the single point of failure when it comes to a lot of things. Because I even asked her, I was like, okay, you got me over here doing X, Y, and Z. Who's going to pull the updates for this? Who's going to, do this? And she was like, oh, you can still do it. And in my head, bitch, no, I can't. Did I do it? Yes, but I did it reluctantly because I knew nobody else was going to do it. That brings me to this next thing. So when I went up there to get my computer to Sergeant Major, he was like, let me talk to you. I'm like, all right, cool, what's up? He was like, yeah, I'm gonna left seat, right seat with you. Your face looked just like mine. I said, wait, what?
Oh.
I said, let's go to your office. I said, what are you talking about? He was like, listen, I'm not about to fight or argue with people. He's talking about majors. Mm-hmm. He was like, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna learn it. And I was like, you're not gonna have time. You don't have time now. Mm-hmm. So how do you think you're gonna have time to pull all of this information? Mm-hmm. I said, because I literally do it every day.
Right.
And things change every day and you have to stay on top of it and you got to call units and you got to talk to people. I said, you're not going to be able to stay on top of it if somebody came to you with a question. And then that's when he went into this. Oh, I'm just, what did he say? He said, I'm tired of talking to fucking people. It's supposed to be a master sergeant that was, supposed to left seat, right seat with me. But he, quote unquote, has so many appointments that he can't do it.
So just really quick, especially for me and for other people probably don't know, what's the left seat, right seat? I mean, I watch what you do and we switch and then they do it?
So pretty much it's like on the job training. I'm teaching you what I do.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I kind of figured that, but I wasn't sure. But okay.
So I'm teaching that person what I do, so when I'm not there, they can step in and do my job.
So, from my perspective, from a civilian, just like the structure. Mm-hmm. So, for example, with me, if say my director's not there, then they'll go down to a manager. Like, okay, obviously I can't do everything that my director does as far as authority wise, but I know how to do different processes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's only if he's not here.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's just like, I got somebody who delegates for me. If I'm not in place, somebody else can go approve my time for my people anyway.
So unfortunately, if I'm not there, they don't have anybody to do what I do. Right.
So the question would be, well, one, why isn't there? And then two, is there somebody lower who can back up, just no one has been assigned to back up?
Why?
Right.
Because the military does crazy stuff like this all the time, to where there's only... So I work in the G4, which is a division level staff office. Okay. So there's only a certain amount of people that can be assigned to this staff office.
Okay.
And with that certain amount of people is a certain OSs or jobs. Okay. So in my section of the G4 shop, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 of us. A major, a captain, me, and 2 sergeant first classes. Okay. And everybody has different MOSs. So everybody literally has their own lane. And that's where the issue come in at, is because my lane is the supply logistics lane.
Okay.
And then one of the other sergeant first classes, his is the ammo lane.
Okay.
So he deals with everything ammo. So if he's not there, none of us knows his job.
Gotcha.
Right. So because I will be retiring soon, I had already talked to Sergeant Major. We're trying to find somebody to backfill me. And somebody in our section to learn what I do. So if I'm on leave, if I'm on pass, or if I have an appointment, they'll be able to do it.
Okay, so another question really quick. So, and I know things will kind of differ from when each person is in that position or slot. So like, for example, at a job that I had before, like obviously I'm pretty sure you got your manual, a standard manual, whatever, right?
Yeah, SOP. Okay.
Right. So we would have one too, but we made one just for my particular department, a new one. So when I was a director in that particular department, say the top, I don't know, 10 to 20 things that you do on a regular basis. Like it would be like step-by-step manual on doing that.
Yes, so we call it continuity book.
Okay.
So while that is best practice, not everybody does that. Did I do that? Yes, I literally have a step-by-step PowerPoint that I send out to them.
So why don't they use it?
Because the easy answer is, hey, let's just call her. When I say I sent out this PowerPoint about 3, 4, 5, 10 times, you have the answers at your fingertips. But because they don't do it or they have never done it, I feel as though that they're like, oh, this is going to be too hard. Let me just call her and ask her. Okay,
so with that being said, in my head, I would think, I'm going to just say a lieutenant colonel. I would think a lieutenant colonel would say, well, hold on, would you call it a continuity book? Don't you have a continuity book?
I mean, a smart lieutenant colonel would say that.
But even, I'm going to just go down a level. Wouldn't a major say that? Well, because honestly, if I was a major, I would be getting with you like, and hey, let me see how you do this. At least see it 1 or 2 times, and then keep a continuity book in my office.
So I sent it to the major and the captain. So they all have it.
That just says to me everything that you said was right. That everything in the military is not always good. No. Compared to how I think it is.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that shit there would piss me off. I'm like, there's literally a step-by-step. What do you call it? Not like a how-to guide or whatever. Yes. On what to do and when to do it. Exactly. On what to do.
But that's.
Maybe you're just that good at your job.
Not mine.
I'm surprised you didn't take that.
Did not. But other than that, then I left. I ended up just leaving. And I went and picked up Brooke and came home. Yeah. I'm too close to the end. Don't piss me off. That's how I feel.
Well, I can't have that damn attitude yet.
No.
I got 30 more years to work.
I'll be laying on the couch waiting on you. But we're gonna roll into how we met. So like literally our stories are very similar, but one person feels as though he was, the best thing since sliced bread and everybody wanted him. So I'm gonna let you start with how we met.
So I can't remember if it was a Thursday or Friday, but either way it goes, either I got off that day and didn't have to work the next day, or I got off early that day or whatever. So at the time I was living in Augusta, Georgia, and one of my best friends or closest friends, he's a barber in Columbia, South Carolina. I was like, well, I'm gonna stay in Columbia this weekend. I'm just drive down there right after work. Drive down there after work. I was like, well, shit, let me stop by the barbershop. I didn't need a haircut. I was just gonna stop by the barbershop because my barbershop was like the spot. So I go in there and I see this small statured individual sitting in the corner by my barber. And I go there, dap him up or whatever. But while I'm sitting there talking, and I don't know if people know, so I'm like between 6'3" and 6'4". My wife is 4'11". So, and my barber, like my partner, he's 6'1" or whatever. Anyway, I'm sitting there talking, and I see this small person. I don't know if I ever said it like this before. I see this small person looking up at me. I could see from my periphery, like she's like looking up, staring at me, but she had never admit that she was.
Because I was not.
Okay.
I wasn't even looking at you.
Okay. So anyway, we chopping it up or whatever. And I ain't gonna lie, I noticed her because she was cute and shit. And I was like, I see her over there. But I seen her looking at me too. So, what happened? Oh, so at the time, the Chris Brown song was big, Privacy or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he was playing that song, but the barbershop was cracking, like food, drinks, music. And it was these two older ladies in the back, like getting their hair cut. Yeah.
That's right.
Right. Oh, and I didn't mention my partner was not my barber. My barber was the owner of the shop.
Yeah.
So, and the owner was cutting these older ladies' hair, and I guess they may have complained about it. But my homeboy was playing the song maybe like 3/4 of the way through and starting that whole back over. He was playing and starting right back over. And then I guess another barber was, well, the owner was like, hey, you got to turn that off with these blah, blah, blah. And Daniel was like, I ain't turning it off. I'm going to keep playing. So he played it again. So I guess he said something slick, and my partner said something back, and the owner's like, I'm going to call the police. And that was the wrong thing to say to my partner. He wanted to jump on him and start trying to fight and this and the third, so I'm trying to break it up and so forth. So I finally got it broken up and was going to take him home. And I went over there and sat down real quick. My wife was like, let me get your number. Well, and she was over there batting her eyes, blushing.
Oh my.
And I got her number, and I took my partner home, and then...
Okay, so the real story.
Yeah.
Okay, the real story. Actually, it's funny that I think about it. I was a drill sergeant at the time, and I actually got off work early too, which is so crazy. And Daniel, which is his friend, which was our barber at the time. Well, not my barber. He was my son's barber because I still had hair. Text me and was like, hey, can you buy me a bottle off, on post? And bring it to me. And I was like, yeah, cool. I ain't got anything else to do. I'm off. So I take him the bottle, and he called me Teacup, and he was like, Teacup, why don't you have a drink with me? I'm like, all right, cool. Again, I ain't got no kid. I was going to go home and do absolutely nothing. So sitting there, sipping a little bit, talking to Daniel, and Mike walks in. So he walks in or whatever. I mean, did I see him? Yes. He walked through the front door, but nobody was staring at this man. So he's talking to Daniel, they chopping it up or whatever, and I think Mike was kind of just standing in between me and Daniel.
Well, that's who you were staring up?
No.
Okay.
That was not. And all I see is Daniel in the mirror. You should talk to her. You should talk to her. How you want to go ahead and talk to her? So before Daniel started playing privacy over and over again, Mike came and sat down next to me, and we chopped it up for a couple minutes. And then Daniel started playing the music or whatever, and then, they kind of got into the argument. And before he went to actually go break up the argument, he asked me for my number. So we exchanged numbers. He, broke up the little tiff, and then that was it. But where the funny part comes in at, well, first of all, that was a whole movie. Who really meets at a barbershop, gets together, and then get married and have multiple kids?
Very.
So the funniest part is our first date.
We'll say it's a date, but I don't consider that a date.
So let me put it out there.
It's like my meet for coffee.
So we were texting. I don't think we had actually FaceTimed at that time, but we were just texting. He was like, hey, you want to go get drinks? Because this might have been the next day, because I think, like you said, you were off. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll go get drinks. So we met up at the place. You always got to be smart, because there are weirdos out there. So we met up at the bar. We had finished our first drink, and I think we had started on the second one. Roughly. And he was like, oh, yeah, do you mind if my partner come? And I was just like, what? And then it wasn't after that, he was like, oh, well, he's already on his way. And I was just like, huh, okay. So I finished my drink. His friend comes because it was his birthday, and I leave because I'm like, this is just weird. And not gonna lie, I was not gonna talk to him again, because I was like, this is just some weirdo shit. Who invites somebody to the bar on your first date, even though they're with your partner? You could have waited until after the date. Everything was going good. We was having a good conversation. He had his orange polo tucked in his pants. Did I really? You did. And he had on the hat. And like I said, we had in FaceTime. So the next few times that I seen him, or seen you, right? You had a hat on, so I thought he had a big forehead and he was bald until until we FaceTime for the first time and he was at work. I was at work. Okay, yeah. But I was just like, who is this weirdo?
So, but hold on. So, let me give a little bit of substance to that part. So one was, no, I guess I wasn't really officially. Like, I wasn't super single. Like, I was already in the process of I was waiting for the paperwork to be, like, the ink to dry on my divorce.
Yes. You were living in your own place.
Yeah, I was own place, totally separated, no communication, just with our child or whatever. Like, I'm literally waiting for, like, just the judge to stamp it and everything is done. So one, I guess for me, like I said, I wasn't really considering it like a date. It was like, hey, let's just meet for some drinks. I had to feel you out first,
Well, mind you, I didn't know that he was going through it.
Yes, she did. Didn't know that. And then, like, real talk, like, I really completely forgot that it was his birthday. Mm-hmm. So, but I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming up though, and I knew I was home. Okay, it was like a Thursday, so I had to be a Thursday then, because of the next day. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I knew we was gonna hang out. He and I was gonna hang out or whatever for his birthday. But I'm thinking it was like maybe Saturday or any other day. Just put it like that.
Right.
So when we having our drinks or whatever, like I said, we start the second drink. I was like, oh shit, it's Doug's birthday. Damn, I forgot or whatever. So that's when I text, what you got going on, bro? Just at the third, hey, I'm already at the bar. Just at the third, come through. Mm-hmm. And that's what it was. Now, granted, the part that I'm talking about, I've known him since, say, into high school. So we was already cool over 10 years, you know what I'm saying? And we went to college together, everything. So he was already a close friend too. I just met this lady, and obviously I didn't know where this was going or anywhere. So that's a little bit of substance to that. So that's how. So she has the story partially right.
Partially, I mean,
even starting back from the barbershop, because I thought I did get your number after I broke it up.
Well, I mean, it was a lot of chaos going on around that time. So I thought it was right before, because you was like, hey, let me hurry up and get your number. And then you went back there to break it up, because like literally right after that, y'all left.
Well, no, you could be right, because he went back and forth like 2 or 3 times.
Exactly.
Like one time, like, man, I'll bust your ass and something. And then went back and finished cutting hair.
Right.
And something else, probably because he played it again.
He did that on purpose.
And then he was like, I'm tired of you talking your shit. I'll beat your ass in front of you, whatever, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could have been, but the parts about you staring up at me and shit, that was
not true.
That was so true. Now, I will say the drinks part, you probably got that like correct. But I don't think I was like, hey, do you mind? I think I probably just told you.
See, I don't remember. You either said, hey, my partner is going to stop by his birthday or something like that. And I was just like, the fuck? Because I think I went to the bathroom. Yeah. Then when I came back, he was there. Right. He was about to walk in. I was like, oh, let me finish my drink. Yeah. And then you walked me outside.
So did I still walk you to your car?
I don't think you walked me to my car.
I walked you outside. I'm pretty sure I walked you to your car. Because one, I know the spot, like, it's a small parking lot, so it ain't like I had to walk far anyway. But that part, you probably got the most correct. But hey, look here.
A million years later.
I ain't got some churn.
Too many. It's funny because we've been talking about, like work and what we doing and how we met. So we're going to kind of tell y'all a little bit about us. My name is Tosha Marie. I'm in the military. I have been in the military for over 18 years. I have years of change left before I retire. We have 4 children, ages 16, and 3. 3 boys. The oldest are the 3 boys, and then we have a little girl. I am a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Yes, the greatest. And honestly, I think that's about it. I don't have no favorite color.
Yeah, I do.
like it's a dating site. But what about you?
My name is Mike. I work in higher ed. I've been working in higher ed for about 15 years.
That's the collegiate level.
Yes.
People don't.
Yes. So all my educational experience has been college-wise, graduate.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, undergraduate. Well, graduate and undergraduate. I mostly have done admissions work. I'm a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, which we all know is the oldest and the coldest. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I am. What does it mean? Like, I guess I used to love basketball, but I'm getting back into it now because our youngest boy is playing it. So that's kind of what are you going to say? Rekindling the fire in a sense.
Yeah.
And then not to mention, watching it all week when I visited home. So that kind of brought it back. And just I played ball in college for a little bit. So that's kind of where that started at too. So, but it's really all about me.
Yeah. And last thing, we are serial entrepreneurs.
Yes.
So throughout this podcast, throughout these episodes, we'll be highlighting some of our businesses and sponsored businesses. So if you are a Black-owned small business, hit us up. We'll give you all a shout out and do a little sponsor segment for y'all.
For sure.
We're going to roll right into why we started this podcast. You want to go ahead and start that off?
Yeah, so basically what it was is that the wife, she was in the field, and if people don't know about being in the field, they could be out there for 12, 16 hours or 24 hours. Mm-hmm. But I guess in her case, she was leaving early in the morning but getting home 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. But it wasn't a situation to where she was dog tired. I don't know if he was still wired or whatever, just being up. And he was on energy drinks all day too. So
getting coffee.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but she'll still be up. So I would not really wait up for her because I'm a night owl anyway. I would just kind of stay up, and then when she got home, I'll pour a glass of wine, and I'll probably have a glass of wine or beer, whatever I'm drinking or whatever, and we just sit back and talk about the day. Mm-hmm. What happened at work? What happened at home?
Who pissed me off?
Yeah, who pissed you off, or what kid pissed me off, or who I had to fuss at, or who you had to fuss at work. So, and I don't know what, after about the third or fourth time, it was like, we need to start recording this shit.
Yeah, oh, most definitely.
Just add some structure to it. So that's kind of how it started. But within those talks, we were talking about whether it's next steps for education for kids, what car I want to buy, if we won the lottery, mm-hmm. Talking about we're building a house. So we're talking about how we want our house to look.
Life after the military.
Yeah, after the military. Shit, what else?
Literally everything.
Yeah, literally everything. So it was nothing that was off limits.
And that's where the name BAEsically Everything came from, because we talk about everything. It's finances, military, family, extended family, some controversial things, strip clubs, going out. We talk about basically everything. So we just put a little spin on it because we are baes. We're married. So instead of just the basic, basically, it's BAEsically. You like how I did?
Yeah, because I wasn't going to try it.
Man, listen, when I tell y'all, it took me forever to remember how to spell that. I was like, sickly. But pretty much, it's like an insight to our lives mm-hmm. on a blended family, entrepreneurial things, and again, like we said, a military. And then our dynamic, because our dynamic is different from a lot of other people's. It might be the same as yours, and or you might be like, I would never let my husband do that, or I would never let my wife do that, or how do y'all do X, Y, and Z? We felt as though we can probably help somebody else out there in the way that they think, and just giving them some light and understanding.
Yeah, because it's a lot that goes on in our house. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, mm-hmm. whether it's just as far as something as simple as what we're gonna eat tonight, or who's cooking tonight.
Right.
Find solutions for little stuff like that. And hopefully, this can help other people. Or if it doesn't help you, just give you ideas of what you can do or ways to do stuff. So
yeah, because I'll say we're conventional, but a little unconventional.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, just like the whole food part. So we switch off weeks of who cooks. So whoever cooks that week, make sure that the little kids get their shower and get ready for the next day. So it's not one parent doing everything. Mm-hmm. So, and we've been really good that we had a real deep conversation. It was like, hey, I'm tired of doing all X, Y, and Z. It's like, hey, I'm tired of doing X, Y, and Z. It's like, how about we do it like this? And it definitely worked.
Yeah, because you see stuff all the time about whether it's people talking about 50-50 or mm-hmm. this is this person's role or that person's role or whatever. I can tell you straight up, I really don't know what size clothes my kids wear. because I don't buy clothes like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, too, I may do 95, 99% of the like laundry.
Yeah.
You know, but there's a lot of trade-offs to where I would prefer to do stuff compared to she would compare to do stuff, and certain stuff I don't want to do that she likes doing, or vice versa. So,
true. Like I'm the only person that cleans bathrooms, which I'm okay with. Yeah. He ain't touched a bathroom in I don't know how long.
That's true.
Just like our intro, we don't have an outro, but thank you for listening to Basically Everything. We do drop new episodes every Thursday, so don't forget to follow, share on all social media platforms at Basically, BAEsically. Again, BAEsically Everything. That's on all platforms: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Until next time, peace.
Boom.
If any part of this felt familiar to you, you're not alone. Hit the next video and let's keep the conversation going.